Hello dear friends and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video I would like to speak, I would like to show two of my games against Jan-Krzysztof Duda, 27 plus player. And as you can see, the very first game I played in October of 2025, 11th of October. So d4, knight f6, c4, e6, knight c3, bishop b4, nimzo. Different moves are possible. a3, e3, f3. Yes, I went knight f3. Time control is 3 plus 0. Comet online tournament qualifier. And here d5, we transposed to Ragozin. Once again, different moves are possible. I went for this and bishop f4, knight e4, attacking the knight on c3. Rook c1 is the best, and here different moves are possible. Knight d7, queen e7, and Duda went knight c6. First of all, I'm very much impressed and surprised that even for blitz games, for online blitz games, they have some ideas, some openings, something very sharp to play. And here I went e3. I remember another move is knight d2, g5. Yes, if you go knight c3, then b takes c. If you go knight takes d4, then I have yes, first, let's say we capture, and here we choose between e3 or queen a4 or even bishop c7. g5. And now white is choosing between bishop g3 and bishop e3. If you go bishop e3, then knight captures on c3, b captures on c3, bishop a3. Yes, rook b1, f5, threatening f4. Yes, and we have this very sharp, double-edged position. Different moves are there, g3, queen b3, f4. Another square bishop can retreat is bishop g3. Knight captures, pawn captures, I think knight d4, otherwise e3, and white has better position. Yes, we go e3 because queen a4, knight c6. Yes, here knight c6, bishop b5, white has advantage, bishop takes c3. And now we can choose between b takes c or rook takes c3 with some possible compensation. Of course, I knew even with the black pieces I faced this line. But for this game, for 3 plus 0 time control, I did not manage to remember anything, and I went e3. The most straightforward and logical move. Yes, after bishop f4, going e3, developing the bishop from f1, and g5. Yes, if you go bishop e5, then bishop captures on c3 and f6. I played bishop g3, h5. And now black is threatening h4, bishop e5, f6. And here we can see that already white is forced to go one of the moves with the h pawn, h4, h3. h3 is not good, h4 is the best move. g4, knight g1. You can also capture knight g3, f takes g, queen d6. You can also go this, b takes c. Knight captures, pawn captures. If g4, knight g1, and then knight e2, knight f4. G takes h, g takes h. Queen d6 is also possible. We go h takes g. Queen captures here and king d2. Very sharp, complicated position. Different moves are there. The best idea for black is, of course, to develop the bishop from c8. Yes, once again, it was my fault, and I did not remember anything, and I said, like, no chance after h4 my bishop will be trapped. Most likely I will get some activity, some compensation, but so I played bishop b5, and now h4. Yes. And after 10 moves, white is just lost. I went bishop e5. Yes. f6. I tried short castle. Bishop c3, very important move. Yes, if rook c3, then knight takes c3, b takes c. And here, even better moves are there, g4 or a6 or f takes c, short castle. I went c4, and now bishop e6. Probably here I got some small hopes, something like queen c2, f takes c, c takes d, or c takes d, bishop d5, queen c2. Let's say computer says you take, bishop d5 is forced, something like queen c2, f takes c, you can take bishop c6, knight d5, and then f3 ideas. So this I did not see. I went bishop c7, queen captures, takes, bishop takes d5, bishop c4, hoping to trade the bishops and maybe go d5, but just queen f7. Yes, I continued another maybe 5, 7 moves and I resigned. Next game. This one is titled Tuesday, 21st of October 2025. Again, I'm having white pieces against Duda. So Spanish Ruy Lopez, classical variation, main lines, bishop e7, b5. If you don't play b5, then after short castle, bishop c6 is possible, and you are losing your pawn on e5. And once again, different moves are possible, h3, d3, c3, d4. I went a4. Here black is choosing between bishop b7, b4, and rook b8. Rook b8, a takes b, a takes b. If I'm not mistaken, some years back against Duda, I had this position in World Blitz Chess Championship, one of the starting rounds, and I lost. Of course, this position, Jan Nepomniachtchi and Magnus Carlsen during their World Championship match played a couple of important games. And if I'm not mistaken, in 2023, I played against Vladislav Artemiev, classical game. H3 is possible, D3 is possible. For the previous game against Duda, I played something very solid, H3, D3, or maybe I started with D3. Yes, C3. Just 1 second, I will try to find my game against Duda if I can. Yes, this is my game against Artemiev. Where is my game against Duda? Oh, I found. So this is my game against Duda, World Blitz Championship. This c3, preparing d4. And now b4, typical idea. And here I played d3. And d4 here, you see, d4 here does not work because of b takes c, b takes c, e takes d, knight d4, bishop d7, c takes d, and d5. Typical idea. You push e5, and knight is jumping to e4. I played this, and now b takes c, b takes c. Different moves are there. Computer likes d5. Duda went h6. And I got maybe slightly preferable position. So against Artemiev, I played... yes, Artemiev in this position went d6 instead of d5. So it was d4. He captures d5. And I went e5. If e takes d, then knight d5 is coming. Bishop captures, knight c3 is nothing. You can try knight c3, bishop e6. And maybe you can go h4. Yes, something like h4. And here the best move is to go bishop f6. What about knight e4? What if I go knight e4? Queen d7, bishop g4. And here bishop f6, why? Bishop g5 is nothing. Knight c3, b takes c, bishop b3, queen b3, h6. If I try knight g5, maybe my pawn on d4 is hanging. Knight d4 is working. And if I go knight e4, bishop g4. Wow, this is important line. Bishop g4. Bishop d5, queen d5, knight f6, g takes 7. I went e5, knight e4. Bishop e3. Knight d2, bishop f5. Rook e3. Honestly speaking, I didn't know about this ideas of rook e3. Knight d2, bishop f5 is coming. Yes, knight c3. I went knight c3. Knight captures and bishop f5. Bishop c2 takes queen d7. So here bishop f5, and if bishop c2, I remember some queen rook a8 move. No, wait, first knight b4. So knight f1, just bishop g6, knight e4, d takes c, bishop c2, knight b4 is coming. Yes, knight e4, knight c2. Bishop e4, d takes c, knight e4, queen d5, and if bishop b1, rook a8, important move. Rook a3, c5, and if rook captures on a8, queen takes on a8. I played knight c3 against Artemiev, and now takes, bishop f5, and if I'm not mistaken, Vasily Ivanchuk during World Cup played this position against Magnus and lost. Maybe not World Cup, maybe some other event. h3, queen e2, bishop c2. So in this game, instead of going d6, Duda went d5. I took the pawn. And here also, I decided to capture on e5. I was thinking about d3, d3, bishop g4. or bishop f6. So I played this. I took with the rook. Knight f6 and c6. So if knight f6, how should I play? d4. d4 is the best. Bishop d6. And where should we retreat our rook? To e2. Because if rook e1, knight g4 is coming. Rook e1, knight g4, h3, knight f2. If I go this, bishop g4, f3, bishop f5, you are having some compensation. And if knight g4, I do have h3. Yes, this is also a very interesting move. So c6. Here I went d4. Another move is to go d3. Bishop f6 and b4 ideas are there. Direct b4. Or even bishop d6 and bishop f5. So I played d4. Bishop d6. I went rook e1. Queen h4. h3, bishop h3. I played g3. Queen h3. And I went bishop e3. Queen e2, queen d3. Yes, if rook e4, with the ideas to go rook h4, g5. And if bishop captures g5, queen f5 is coming. Yes. Double attack. So after g5, I'm having queen f1, queen f3, queen f3 or queen f1. Here in this position, I do have queen d3, also queen e2. I played bishop e3, bishop g4. I went queen d3, whenever bishop f3 to play queen f1. And here the best move is to go b4. And after knight d2, b takes, bishop f5 or direct bishop f5. Let's say this. B captures and bishop f5 or direct bishop f5. So it was f5. Bishop d5, c takes d, f4, I didn't like. f4 I also didn't like. I played queen f1. Why rook a6 is not working? Because of f4? f4. Bishop d5, c takes d. Rook d6, f takes c. What about this? Rook f4. Otherwise, bishop f4, rook c6, rook f4. And now this does not work because of some rook f2, right? Yes, rook f2 is finishing the game. Queen f1. And now queen captures on f1 or queen goes h5. And game ends in a draw or some equality. So knight d2, f4 is coming, right? Yes. So I played queen f1, trying to trade the queens. Queen h5. Yes, and here knight d2, f4, bishop f4, f3. Why not bishop f3? Because of knight d2. And then bishop goes back to g4. Yes, this I have seen. Bishop f4. Of course, I also saw that f4 is possible. But for some reason, king h8. And knight d2 or bishop d5. Black has enough activity, enough compensation. I played rook a6, huge blunder. f4 and rook c6, f takes g, and then getting checkmated. Very unfortunately, I'm getting checkmated. This is all for today, dear viewers, dear friends. Two games against a Polish fighter or Jan-Krzysztof Duda, 27 plus player, very strong, very sharp, very dynamic. And 3 plus 0, 5 plus 0. One of the game was from Title Tuesday. Yes, I'm very much impressed. For now, no questions. This is not my level. This is something much stronger, much higher. But I will try. I will try to give my best and I will try to fight. Thank you very much for watching my videos and please leave your comments.